Am I the a-hole for hiding my side hustle from my parents? I'm a 14-year-old female, a voice actor. Not a big time one, but I do pretty well. I've been doing it for about a year. It was pretty easy to get into. I did unpaid projects for a while, but it helped me build up my reputation and a portfolio. I watched a couple YouTube videos on voice manipulation and auditioned for maybe 20 projects before I finally got one. The first ones were always small, but if you get your parts in on time and have good audio quality, people will recommend you to others. I use a surprisingly good microphone app on my phone that helps me get good quality, that and recording in my closet. I started to get paid from some of the projects. I've made about $100 this month from funded video games, YouTube projects, and Minecraft role plays. I do basically everything, but I strictly don't do anything that has a spicy theme. I go by a screen name. My parents helped me set up a PayPal, which you can do if parents sign on. And they noticed money coming into my account. They asked me where it was coming from, and I told them. They haven't spoken to me since, and I feel really bad about not telling them. For some reason, I thought they would tell me to stop, so I didn't tell them. Am I the a-hole? Okay, so after she said, am I the a-hole, there's some comments. I don't know if they're edits or not, but we're just going to read them. I started doing it for fun, but then I realized I could be making money. I have super conservative parents. I guess I didn't want them to make me stop because they thought that what I was doing was weird. I do Minecraft role plays, sim role plays, though those are usually unpaid. I do comic readings, video game audios, and mini animated series that are usually funded. I do everything except for Gotcha Life role plays because those tend to be a community of small children, 8 to 11, but are hard to work with. I used to look on websites like CCC and YouTube for jobs, but eventually my name was passed around and I started getting offers.
I don't understand why she thinks she's an a-hole. Because so clearly, yeah, I don't think she is. What I'm getting is that she feels like she might be because she didn't tell her parents early enough.
Yeah.
They're not talking to her, so she's wondering why they're not talking to her, right?
Yeah.
Part of me is like, you should have told your parents what you were doing, especially if you were communicating with people online and they were hiring you for jobs, even if they were unpaid. It's just good to have communication with your parents, especially at 14.
Are you like allowed to do jobs without your parents' consent at 14 though? Like, is that legal?
It says, oh, I see what you're saying, because you usually have to have like a work permit or something like that.
Yeah, she's only 14, so.
I wonder how that works for online gigs. But apparently couldn't get a PayPal without a parent's permission.
Yeah.
And they helped her set it up. So I wonder why they thought she needed it. Maybe they should have asked.
Well, maybe she was like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about doing this. Can I have this? And maybe they're thinking, okay, when she's ready, she'll like let us know. You know what I mean?
It looks like they asked her where, once they saw the money coming in, they were like, where's this money coming from? And she told them.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, maybe she didn't volunteer the information before, but they should have asked.
Yeah, that would be something to ask, right? Like
if my kid was like, oh, can I have a PayPal account? I'm not just gonna be like, yeah, sure. Like,
no problem.
No, I'm gonna be like, oh, for what? Oh, I just want one. Why? Like, there's a conversation there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I just kind of worrying that these parents though would like get so angry about that. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't talk to your child. I feel like it's very not appropriate.
Like she said that her parents are conservative, and I did grow up with a conservative parent who a lot of the way that we dealt with things was just like we didn't talk about things. So I kind of get that, but that's not right, because they're upset that she didn't come to them and tell them. We don't know, because she's not telling us their perspective. She's literally asking us, like, why are they not talking to me? So we don't know for sure, but I can only imagine that they're upset that she didn't tell them. But that's not how you deal with lack of communication, is like by encouraging or by also like reciprocating lack of communication,
Yeah, I mean, you need to be like, hey, this was not okay. We need to talk about why you didn't tell us. Like, obviously, you need to tell us no matter what. And, communication is important with your kid. I mean, I don't have a kid, but I do think that that's something that I would want to make sure, my kids understood, right? Like that
Totally.
communication is very key for any relationship. I think out of all the stories we've talked about, it's always a communication issue when
It's
it comes to
always
relationships.
communication.
And so I just learned that communication is just one of the most important things you have to have with people that you love or anyone, like even work relationships. You need to have good communication with them because things can get taken out of like context, even in that type of environment. Just clear communication with everybody.
Completely.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I
I
got
don't
on a
know
bit of a
why
tangent.
they didn't talk to her. They just iced her out, and that's obviously not helping. I want to hear some comments though.
Yes. Okay. This person says, your parents are giving you the silent treatment over this? That's absurd. Solid, not the a-hole. All right. So clearly, what do you think? I feel like it's pretty clear she's not the a-hole. What do you
I
think?
think it's clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, Christy, you really need some coffee.
I need some coffee.